Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Amazing Tennis Podcast. Today, I'm super excited to have Marcus Willis with us. He's a British professional tennis player, and currently he specializes in doubles, has a career high ATP doubles ranking of 81, which he achieved last year. There's so many things about him that I was gonna read, but I'm not going to. We're gonna get to them as we go. I'm just like super excited to have him because he's doing also his comeback after many years, and I just want to hear his story. I want to hear how he's doing. So, Marcus, thank you so much for taking your time and being on my podcast.
No worries. Thanks for having me on. I'm excited to chat.
Yeah, me too. I haven't did we play in juniors together somewhere? Like, how do we? Do you know? I was trying to figure out because I think we did somewhere.
I think we did somewhere as well, but I mean, I don't know. It feels like a lifetime ago. That does.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you have two kids as well, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have two little ones. Yeah.
7 and a 5-year-old, two step boys as well. So it's a busy house
Yeah,
at home.
I'm sure it's a lot. So on that note, you understand as well how, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going on, a lot of juggling. So, okay, I want to hear, first of all, you stopped playing in 2020, is that correct?
Yeah, but just kind of during COVID, during the pandemic. Yeah, I'd had a little go at playing doubles, but yeah, the pandemic happened and there were no tournaments on, and I was kind of last tournament. I remember I made a quarterfinals of a futures out in Greece, and I remember picking up the prize check, and I was like, I can't really justify doing this anymore, and I wasn't really enjoying it, doing it like that, sort of playing tournaments when I can, and yeah, it was it was difficult for my mind actually, like to turn up, to battle, to lose, to win, to take that money, and then not knowing when I'm playing next, and obviously the pandemic happened, and yeah, so I decided to stop and go into coaching.
So you were coaching just in a club, like,
Yeah, I was
uh,
coaching at my local club. I also was working with some players sporadically, so I was going to London, to the National Tennis Centre to work with some players as well, but not on a full-time basis because I wanted to be based at home a little bit. But yeah, I was doing bits and bobs, as we say in the UK. So I had my my coaching at my local club, and then I had some players that I'd go and hit with. But yeah,
yeah,
so yeah, in my mind, I was done with tennis then professionally.
and you never thought that you were gonna play again, or you were like, maybe, you never know.
Well, I mean, yeah, I couldn't really. I mean, it cost a lot of money, and I felt like I was, maybe past my best.
Okay.
I thought I was past my best. The financials are difficult as well, and yeah, no, in my mind it was, how am I going to get my coaching qualifications? And for that period of time, where am I going to go with this? Am I going to, stay at home and, um, coach players that, just enjoy tennis, or did I want to go down the professional route as well? I
Yeah.
certainly didn't want to go professionally at first as a coach
Yeah.
because of the travel and stuff like that, and the intensity. You know how it is with,
Mhm.
players, parents, stuff like that. It's challenging, and then being away from home kind of defeats my objective of wanting
Yeah.
to be at home. So
Yeah.
for the most part, I was at home.
As a professional athlete, single mom to two energetic boys, tennis coach, and a podcast host, my days are packed and my body takes on a lot both mentally and physically. So, to keep my body healthy and stay energized, I'm constantly looking and trying out different products to see what works for me. I have been using Pick Tea Performance Plus packets from No Apologies Nutrition, and I couldn't be happier to have found a product that does it all. Since I started using them, I felt more energized, more focused, and I've been experiencing fewer cramps. I'm genuinely so grateful to have found a product that works as well. What makes it stand out is that it's powered by pickle science. It uses lactic and acetic acids to quickly stop cramps and boost recovery. Use code EMMA15 to try it yourself.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like whenever that was me too. When I was done, I'm like, I don't want to travel anymore. I just want to like settle down, right, and just be at peace. But then, like, did that get like? But as tennis players, and we're so used to traveling all the time. So then, like, how was that transition for you? Like when you stopped, were you like, okay, this is great, I love this, or you missed it? Like over time, did you like start missing it? Or I mean, okay, missing it, I know it's tough, like
Yeah.
financially you're struggling, you're playing, you're not really enjoying
Yeah.
it. Did you miss competing? Did you miss that life, or not really?
Yeah, I missed competing the most. Travel I still don't. Travel days I still struggle with. It's not airports and luggage bags aren't my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've completed everything on Netflix that I want to complete. So it's traveling. I'm still not mad about it, but then I'm trying to be grateful for it as well, because I know, if I was, a young kid, a really young kid, and you told me now I'm going to be a professional traveling to Australia or Asia like I was at the end of last year, I would have thought, oh, amazing, I get to go on a plane. Like my first trip abroad when I was young, I was so excited. Even as a junior, like traveling to the US Open, to the French Open, it was just exciting.
Yeah.
Even at the travel days. But yeah, so to go back to your question, I missed the competing. I was still checking up on results, and part of me was thinking, I could still do this. Well, you look at other players and you're like, I beat them and they're doing well, so
Yeah,
why not?
yeah,
And I know that's a bad indication sometimes, because people grow at different rates, but I was still involved in tennis somewhat. I didn't completely, go off the face of the earth in a country club, and I did
yeah.
enjoy being at home. I did enjoy the, steady income. That was lovely. But I was happy because I didn't really see a way of getting back to playing professionally. So, I
Okay.
was happy, and in my mind, I was, trying to build what I had, and
Okay,
yeah,
and then you get, this is now my like biggest question. Then you get this some person that wants to help you and like finance your tennis, and out of nowhere, or no, it's not that.
it was out of nowhere for me. I was playing an exhibition event. It was like a singles tournament. At the end of 2021, was it? 2021, yeah, end of 2021. I was beating guys that were well ranked still in singles, whilst being, not in my best shape. So,
Okay.
so one of the people that I used to hit with, a junior's dad, who I'm friendly with, just told me, his company were doing well, and did I want to go back on the tour and play doubles professionally. He said he could support me for a couple of years, and at first it wasn't like obviously I was very grateful, but I had to think about it, because I know what it takes. I had no ranking. I knew the tournaments I'll be playing, and I know the level. It's not, I'm sat here now at my ranking. I'm so glad I don't have to play those tournaments anymore, because the hardest bit is winning at that level consistently. That's it now. I'm at a ranking now where if I win 50% of my matches, I'll kind of stay. Whereas at the start with no ranking yet, I don't know how many futures I had to win, 25Ks, but
So how
you know,
many? How many
I,
did you have to win to get where you are?
I, don't, I don't know. I won a lot. I
Like
think my
I read on your Instagram, wait, I took a screenshot. You posted, well, this was last year. Phew. But this was last year.
yeah
This was,
last year it was, I think I won 65%, 66 at challenger level, something like that.
well, you said 7 ATP Challenger titles,
Yeah,
14 different partners, 18 different countries, 53 wins, 28 losses.
yeah.
I mean, but you then, but so when you just start, when did you start exactly?
I started July 22.
July 22.
July
And then
22.
and
I
you
was
started 15s, 25s.
25 in the UK. I signed in with a guy who was 200, but I didn't have a ranking, so
Oh, okay.
I
So
couldn't get a wild card to begin with because they were going to, the good college players and the juniors, which is fair enough. But we were three out, and we signed in every day, and I was training. It was actually at the National Tennis Centre, and I was hitting anyway, just trying to get my level up. And we were third alternate, but the other two alternates who signed in had left the site, so there was a pullout, and we got in. And I had to win that match to get points again, and we won, I think, 10-6 in the third, and then from there I had a ranking, and that could get me in. That could get me into events sort of 2-3 weeks later. But until you win that first match, you can't get in any tournament anywhere if there's ranked players entering.
But even okay, I'm doing it now. Okay, so like I'm 600 something in doubles. Still, like there's a 35 now in Florida, and like it's so tough to get in, even with a ranked player.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter that I have a ranking. It's not
Really.
No, I'm serious. These are so tough now at the beginning of the year.
America's different level, though, isn't it?
Yeah, if I went to, I don't know, Turkey or
Antalya,
yes.
Sharm el Sheikh.
I might go. Did you go again or no?
I've been to anywhere you could imagine, probably, to play the futures.
So you did the grind on those.
Yeah.
You did. Okay, so where would you recommend to go? Turkey, Tunisia, or Egypt?
Oh, I'd say Egypt's probably, from what I've seen, is the easiest to get in.
The easiest to get in.
Easiest to get in. And if you like they're super fast conditions. I don't think anything's changed. Super fast conditions. I don't know if the girls play on clay or they play at a different site slightly to the men.
Hard.
Is it hard? Yeah. Okay, so it's quick out there.
No, then no. For me.
So then I'd say Tunisia is pretty good. It's a slow, hard court in Tunisia, or there's Turkey, which is clay most of the time.
Yeah, Turkey.
Turkey, I find, is always so strong.
Really?
I mean, when I played singles, I don't know about doubles now because it's it's nice weather and kind of it's all inclusive, so everyone goes for 3 or 4 weeks.
Yes. Yeah.
I remember, when I had a singles ranking, like not being a main draw, sort of 600-700 for a 10K at the time.
Yeah.
Especially start of the year, it's just it depends where you go, but I like Turkey as a place.
Yeah, I like Turkey too.
And then there's Heraklion in Greece, which is the artificial clay.
Oh yes, yeah. I've never been there.
Yeah, good tournaments. I mean, yeah, it's tough. I mean, you look at the practice sheet and people are writing everywhere, and you're hustling for new balls, and the practice balls have got no logo on and stuff like that. But
no,
other than that, it's great.
But okay, so now you're in Australia, okay? Like you're about to play Australian Open, you're top 100. Does it feel, how does it feel?
It's strange. If you'd have told me at the start you're going to be top 100 in 2 years, and I'd think it would be, not in a bad way, I think it would be a lot better. Like, I'd be like, oh, that's amazing. But kind of now I'm here, it doesn't change like my head or where I'm at. It's just the process is the same. I've got to go and try and just keep playing tennis and enjoying it and trying to improve. So I'm here. The facilities are amazing. I'm grateful, but in my head I want to go and play well. So it's kind of every day is work. And I feel like there's more at stake now.
Oh, okay.
There's more pressure, I find.
I mean, but it's different pressure, no?
Yeah, it's better pressure. I'd rather have pressure at Australian Open than
in Turkey.
than Turkey. Because it's different pressure. But I kind of, when I started, I don't know, that you don't feel like anyone's expecting you to do anything. You're 32, 33, no ranking. I had no expectation. I just wanted to play and see. Like, I didn't think I'd hit my career high and be top 100. That wasn't part of my,
Interesting. I mean, you kind of like, but you didn't have that pressure financially, I guess.
No, exactly.
So you're like, okay, I'm just gonna go and see what I can do.
And that was huge. That was huge for me. I didn't, if I lost, then I could go and play next week again. I could go and play 20, 30 events and see. And you know what? If I lost and I wasn't good enough, I don't think I would have, wasted people's money.
But you
But
didn't have pressure like that you're using someone else's money and you're like, you're not
I mean,
gonna
he
make
was
it.
very good with it, and it was very much. For me, it was like I'd like to see, because even when I was playing singles, before I never played a full schedule, whether it be injury or finance or stuff like that, or I wasn't playing
Yeah.
tournaments I wanted to play.
Yeah.
I was playing a lot on clay locally, and it wasn't my best surface, and
Yeah.
so for me it was okay. I can play this many tournaments. Let's see. And then off court, it was okay. How do I get fitter? So I got myself a fitness coach, nutritionist. I just covered every box to the point, and then all I had to focus on was turning up and trying.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and that takes the pressure off so much, having a kind of professional setup, rather than when you're by yourself and you don't have a vice, and you're trying to work out the tour and travel and where to play, and it's difficult. You turn up. I mean, you turn up at places. I look back at my singles career and I think, why did I go there? If I look at tournaments, like, why did I go there? I never won a match there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
went back. Like,
Yeah. Like why? Yeah.
yeah, why?
Because you didn't know any better. You
No,
didn't
I
know.
didn't know any better, and
Yeah.
I'm still learning now. I'm still learning. I went to Asia for the first time the end of last year and played indoors, outdoors, and I still, if the schedule's the same this year, I'll probably, play a different time and then go somewhere else for a little bit. But you don't know until you try, I suppose. But yeah, I'm still learning now with partners, where to go,
Yeah. Yeah.
conditions, travel.
It's just, but like you said, it's doesn't matter which level you're at, or like that's something I've also, I mean, we're more mature now. It's different than when we were grinding in our early 20s. Like if you're in Australia, if you're in Turkey, if your ranking is 500 or 100, your day-to-day life and like what you're doing on a daily basis, it doesn't change.
No.
You keep going. You keep working on yourself if that's your goal, if that's
Yeah.
what you're doing, right? Like you keep putting in the work day in, day out. You win today, you lose today. You're in Australia, you're in Asia, you're in England. I don't even know. You have to keep going, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. You have to, and that's life too. So
It's bigger than tennis, actually, isn't it? It's kind of,
yeah,
if I results you can't really control. You kind of control that in your everyday actions, I suppose. And sometimes, as you know, you go out there and sometimes nothing's working at all, and it's one of those days. Sometimes you have chances and you lose, and I don't know. It's just about what I've been good at the last few years is kind of okay. Obviously, I still feel pain when I lose, and I still get stubborn and want to break things and stuff like that. But I still get up and do something positive the next day.
okay,
Whereas I suppose when I was 19, 20, if I lost, I wouldn't be on the practice court the next day. I'd
okay.
be in the bar that night or something like that, just to kind of get rid of the loss in my head. And when you're by yourself and you're a certain type of personality, and there's so many different types of personalities, as you know, on the tour, it's difficult. But I'd say I'm more wise now than I was
You're a
before.
wise man.
Oh wow, I wouldn't go that far.
I know it's work in progress. You're getting better. You're
It's
still. We know. I mean, man. I just read something on Instagram that men fully mature at 42. So you still have
fantastic,
some time.
relief. So I mean, I've got 8 more years. Brilliant.
Exactly. So you're on the right track, I think. I
Yeah.
mean, you're doing good. You're doing good. But so what about coaches? Do you have a coach? You said you have a fitness coach.
Yeah, I've got a fitness trainer. It's mostly online, so I catch up when I'm back in the UK. So I've got a program, I can follow it. It's all very detailed, and got video demonstrations, so I get the technique right and stuff like that. Tennis coaches, no, it's difficult. I've had some advice when I go to the National Tennis Centre from the national coach. I've got a guy that when I'm in the UK will come to a few matches around, what he's doing, but I've kind of got here by myself really.
1200 in doubles without the coach, just by
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Okay.
But it's I've learned things through losses and wins really, and then I watch a lot of doubles as well, especially at the top level, and I think watching tennis is so valuable as well. Not even when I was younger, I remember watching US Open, Murray Nadal, and I remember the next day hitting my backhand. You just pick things up. I find through watching how the top guys do it. I think it'd be interesting to see, my kind of positioning and how I was playing my first match compared to now, and I think I'd see a huge difference.
So you watch only the good players, you don't watch yourself? Or
I watch highlights, yeah. I watch my certainly big moments or balls that I think should be mine. I'll look at how I'm moving. Sometimes when I get tight, I get a bit passive. Some people smack everything.
No.
When I got tight, I'd be 10 feet behind the baseline, slicing both sides.
Same.
And I think, but I'd rather that than swinging, because I think putting the ball in the court at any level is pretty valuable.
Yeah.
Sometimes at 4 miles an hour,
It works.
make them hit, because I don't think anyone wants to play loads of balls on a big point, to be honest.
So even that's interesting. That's so interesting you say that. I was just talking to somebody else about that because, I started playing again in April, May this past year. And I feel like, but I haven't played in 8 years. So I've been trying to find my game. Like, okay, what is it? You see the game is faster. Everybody's more, it's more physical. I mean, everybody's strong. Everybody's hitting the ball hard. I'm like, okay, I have to do that, So I was trying to find that where I'm like, okay, I had to hit every shot hard, more. And I've been struggling, honestly, because I go and I miss a lot. I'm like, okay, it's gonna come. But
when
it wasn't coming.
When's it coming?
It wasn't coming.
Yeah.
So what I did for the first time, now this PTT, the UTR that I played, the level was so high, this tournament here. And literally 6 matches I played, I just went to my old competitive self, where even if I don't feel perfect, like you said, putting the ball in, even against really, really good players, at the end of the day, that works. I don't know. I agree with you too.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly does. I think you feel it, right, when you put it in, and it's someone's going to hit you off the court. You have to take a bit more risk.
Yeah.
I think you feel that, but until that happens, I don't see the value. I think it's good to maybe practice it on the practice court, maybe taking it slightly earlier or taking a bit higher risk, but to actually go from being solid to trying to hit 24 winners a set isn't maybe the best idea, I don't think.
Yeah. So how do you practice? Is it double specific all the time? I guess it is. But what is double practice? How does it look like? What do you do? How does your practice look like as a doubles player?
Depends. I mean, when I'm at tournaments, yesterday it's just you kind of hit in all directions, cross, you take volleys. But then yesterday I had a double session in the evening, and it's you practice, even if there's 2 of you, you practice beating each other in half a court each direction and first volley, and then you get someone to feed in a shorter ball and you hit in and come and play. But for me and most of the better guys I practice with, it's always points based. All right, let's play 1st to 7. And we started the session yesterday, first cross court, 1st to 5, who can hit the alley 5 times first. And then you go line, and then you do. So you're working on accuracy and then coming forward, and then at the end we did serve return points, and then we did just second serve return points. And you tell them where to return, and then you play out from there. And then obviously you have probably this weekend I'll be playing some sets. There's a lot of doubles guys who are playing with singles guys, so they're looking to pair up and just, play some points out. Feel your game, feel what you're good at, take a bit of risks. For me personally, in December, one of the coaches said to me, like, you're very consistent, but at the top level, like, you're not going to have enough pace. You're not going to create enough problems for people, which I do agree with. I was playing the end of last year and in a lot of rallies, but not really putting pressure or getting my net partner involved. Just because, people don't really miss as much, or they might, but it's just a bigger ball at the high level, and that it feels like the court's kind of that big. The doubles guys, they're just putting so much pressure on that. I always tell myself to watch the ball, but I think it's impossible.
Okay.
Like if someone's coming to the net and you're playing single, right? You can see it even if you're watching the ball. So
yes.
So I'm just trying to be a bit more aggressive. But then I played my first match and actually 2 or 3 of the points I hit it bigger and it went in, and that's all I'm looking at. The reality is, when you practice hitting it bigger cross court for 1 hour, you're going to get 3 points in the match where that happens.
Yeah.
But quite often that's those 3 points that can change a match. So but we won our first round last week and played well, hit from the back, and then the second match I started the match, hit 2 double faults, and I lost my serve, twice in the first set, and it's like, well, it's kind of irrelevant if I'm hitting the ball good from the back if my serve goes. So that there's so much of the basic stuff you need just there.
So
you need just there
struggle
anyway.
with double faults too, because I struggle with double faults.
Patches, like normally my serve's my best thing.
Okay.
But I struggle, which is weird. In singles, I was better. I struggle to adapt to light. So, we got put outside quite late. We got moved courts from the indoor to the outdoor, and then I threw the ball in the floodlights and I couldn't see how high it was, and then my legs stopped, and then once I miss one, it's kind of, and the same with volleys. If I miss one volley, I'll then probably miss 3 more before I start finding it. Because I think I overthink everything.
Yeah.
And with the serve, if I overthink that, it's like, if I hit 1 double fault at the start, there's probably 3 or 4 more coming in that first set.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to try and change that.
Have you done anything about that to work on that?
I've done actually.
Yeah, I read that you do some breathing work or
that's just my morning.
Or no, every morning.
My morning routine. Every morning I can. Obviously, if I have a long travel day and I wake up and I sleep in, I've got a deadline to meet, and I don't have time because it takes a lot of time to do.
So what do you do? An ideal morning routine.
Ideal morning routine. I wake up and I do my breathing. I take a cold shower. Meditate sometimes. If I feel like it. It takes, like, if I wake up at say 7:30 and I do all my routine, it's 8:30 before I get about my day.
So you don't take your phone first thing in the morning?
I do. I need to stop that.
Okay.
Especially here with it's right next to me because I have my alarm on it, and especially here because of the time difference. I wake up and I've got maybe 10 messages, and it's
yes, I know.
But I don't know how to change that. I've just woken up and it's just kind of.
It's fine. I feel like you see so much. Oh, you shouldn't do the first thing phone in the morning, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It just depends on the morning too, right?
That's the thing. It depends where I am and how I'm feeling. I got this Whoop band thing that tells me. I find it interesting. I don't know how by putting this thing on my wrist it tells me so much about myself though. I don't understand how it knows. The sleep stuff's interesting.
Is it?
Yeah, the sleep stuff's very interesting.
Okay.
Like I know it's accurate. I know it's accurate in time, so it knows when I fall asleep.
Okay.
I don't know how. Maybe something happens to you. I don't know. I'm not an expert in that, But I find it interesting for like the calories in and calories out and how much I'm burning and heart rate.
So, but how long have you had it? You like to? I mean, obviously you're wearing it, so
A month, yeah. I
not,
obviously don't wear it in matches because you
oh,
can't.
oh, you
Yeah,
can?
yeah. You can wear devices, but it has to be like an ATP one.
Ah,
You can't
okay.
you can't have anything electronic because I had a Garmin watch before and I didn't have the feature enabled, but you can message.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I didn't have that turned on, but like they don't know that, so I could be at change of ends,
Yeah, texting.
texting, match fixing, doing whatever, just at a change of ends, just chilling.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna double fault this game.
First two, first 2 points to double faults. Oh my god. Do you get a lot of like hate messages on Instagram?
Oh boy, yeah.
Some
It's
of them are
normal now. Like, I mean, I have quite good controls on my Instagram, so like the messages I find quite funny a lot of the time. Some of them are serious, and you have to kind of report them. But it was the comments on photos. Like people would go through all your photos, and you'd have like, and I'd be like, this is going to take so much time. So basically, I changed the control that only people I follow can comment.
oh,
So if I
oh,
get one, I know who it is now.
that's so good.
But then what you get is when you do like I don't know, I forgot the word, when you do a collaboration with
Collab-
someone, they
Yeah.
comment on those ones.
Oh, I see, I see.
So, but it's
So,
fine. Yeah, it's strange, really. It's a strange thing, and I think a lot of players, no one really likes it, but I think
yeah.
after a while you lose, you come to expect it, and you kind of go, oh.
I
But
mean, if you
yeah,
win.
it's a strange concept. I've got to be careful what I say, really. But
Mm-hmm.
it's that like our names are there sold. Our names are there being sold, but I don't know. People obviously are betting a lot of money, and our names are out there to be abused, and we don't really get paid for it.
I know. It's a good
So,
point.
I'm quite happy to take abuse if you give me a lot of money. It's fine.
Yes. Yeah, I would be happy too.
I've got a price for my abuse. So it's strange.
Oh my god. I just said that but sometimes it's actually like I honestly don't care. I'm at the point in my life, whatever you tell me or whatever I see, I just really don't care. But I know friends that like they get hurt by it,
Yeah, of course.
I really I don't care. I've been through so much that whatever you tell me, I'm honestly fine. But like sometimes it's scary because you see like to which extent these people go. Like I just had somebody comment, they like researched the name of my ex-husband.
I
It's like
saw that.
I don't even know how, where. Like I deleted every I don't maybe on Google. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But like
Yeah, it's strange that people go to lengths, don't
yes, yes. Like what they're just sitting at home
they? Yeah.
betting on these like it's a UTR tournament. Like imagine how
But imagine people who bet on doubles, like no ad, 10-point tie breaks, and you lose 11-9, and they accuse you, oh, you fixed that one. I'm like, oh, I must be amazing at fixing to get so close and lose.
yes, yes. Oh my God. But so okay. So doubles partners. Do
Oh.
you Oh my God. Okay. You answered everything. So how did you like from the start? You were just like finding people randomly, like just asking around.
As you guys know, besides being a podcast host, a content creator, a tennis player, I'm also a tennis coach. And for the last 10 years of being a coach, I've always used Gamma Sports for all of my on court equipment, from the ball hoppers to baskets, cones, ladders, everything. You can find out more on their website at gammasports.com and explore Gamma Tennis for top quality gear, including premium tennis strings and best-selling ball hoppers. Elevate your game with their high-performance equipment and use code EMMA25 for 25% off when shopping on their website.
I mean,
I knew kind of at futures level, I knew who was still playing and still good. I just had to find my best kind of fit. Because it's not always about the player; it's how you communicate. And as I said, there's so many different personalities in tennis, and sometimes it doesn't click. So, in my first 7 tournaments, I played with 6 different guys.
Okay.
And I won my first one with the same guy, and then we won 2 more and went on a good run. And that was Scott, and I get on really well with him. And then we played some challenges together. Didn't push on until the last tournament of the year, and we won that. That was kind of random, but played great. And then I was always wanting to find a singles player to play with on the clay, because it's a completely different sport. And 2 of me on a clay court might not be that effective. 2 guys kind of serve volleying and using hands and stuff like that. So I found some good partners for the clay, good singles guys for the clay. And and then I'm kind of at a ranking now. I think I'm 94 now. I've dropped a little bit, where I'm close to getting in the ATPs, but I need to find someone ranked a little higher some weeks, and I can get in any challenger I want. So it's a case of me now. I played my first ATP 250 last week in Brisbane. It's a case for me now. Again, a lot of people are saying you need to try and get in these events, and then in my head it's like, try and find a regular partner, even if it means playing challengers still.
Yeah.
Trying to think about the bigger picture whilst trying to take every opportunity that comes my way. So I don't know what to do, really. In that sense.
And that's okay.
So I'm kind of, at the moment, I'm taking it a week at a time. I played with a guy called David Stevenson the end of last year, and we're playing together from February. But he's kind of said if there's a chance to get in a 250, then we split for that period. He's kind of 120 in the world, so he's trying to work his way up. It changes. Like, my plans in my head for 3 weeks' time will change.
Yeah.
And you've got to be. I've kind of, emotionally detached from it a little bit, because I've always got my diaries and I've got my schedule and who do I play with, and it's never worked out to be kind of what I think. So I'm taking it a week at a time at the moment. It's Aussie Open. And if I do well there, then I can't play the next week in Europe. If I do play well there, I'm going to be in France or Portugal. Then it's Germany or a 250 if I get in there. I don't know. I know I'm not playing, a week or 2 in March, because the calendars come out and it's difficult in March. There's Masters thousands, 500s, and 2 challenges in the world at the time on clay. So that's a sign for me to not play that week.
Okay. But do you try to play every week?
This is a thing where I can't remember. I played over 30 last year. For doubles, you get your best 18 results.
Okay.
So there's going to be 5 to 10 tournaments a year where I don't play well, and there's going to be 5 to 10 where I do, and then. So I think the bit of advice I got was try and play as many as you can. So if you're 30 plus, if you look at most of the guys that at my kind of ranking, they're 32 to 36 tournaments. But then I've also got I think I overplayed at the end of last year as well. I mean, I battled and I turned up, but I wasn't like, when you're on court and you kind of don't feel anything.
Yeah. Yes.
And I was in, the last 2 weeks in Asia, and I'd had a long year, and I went and battled, but you don't play well.
Yeah.
You don't play well, and it's kind of part of me was like, I'm proud that I actually did that, because old me would have got the next flight home.
Yeah.
And part of me's kind of trying to work out what my limit is mentally.
Yeah. I mean,
and how long to travel away from home for and stuff like that.
yes,
So,
yes. I mean, I guess you're playing doubles, so it's like you're not alone, right?
no, well, yeah, there's the training and the hitting. I mean, I'm playing with Norrie here, who's very focused on singles. So I won't get any time on court with him probably, which is fine. But there's a lot of other guys in the same boat here.
Mm,
As I said, like here, I've turned up. You look outside; it's sunny. You have the best facilities. I can train and have an ice bath after, and like everything is just
yeah, the highest
it's
level.
amazing. It's not always like that. So here,
It's
I'm in a good place.
yeah, I'm sure you are. Then back to the grind. But at the
Yeah,
end of the day, like you said, I don't know, at least what helps me is like as cheesy as it sounds, but it really does help is just like being grateful. Like
yeah,
whenever I start thinking, I miss my kids or I don't know, just like for me that's the toughest one. It's being
yeah,
away from kids, I'm
yeah.
sacrificing that. Then it's like, like you have to be grateful for where you are when you're there because I mean nobody's forcing you or me to
No,
do this, right?
that
Nobody's forcing like
no,
be home and not be there, so
yeah.
like just just own it, and that's it.
That's it for me. And it sometimes it's because I have a gratitude list as well. I try and do it every day, but I've failed miserably. Sometimes I can't be bothered to be grateful. Um, but yeah, as I say, sometimes it's harder to do than other times. Um, but yeah, I do. I think it's coming more naturally now. Like as you said, no one's forcing me to do this. It's not going to be forever,
Yeah,
and I'm going to look back and I'm gonna have such good life experiences as
yeah,
well, and
yeah,
grow as a person, right?
yes,
So I feel like
yes,
if you can do this, you can kind of do anything.
yes. It really is who you are becoming in this
Yeah,
process, who you are becoming as a person. I mean, I mean, I think it's a good thing. You're like
yeah,
it really is. It really is. If you're doing it the right way,
yeah.
like you're doing it now, I'm sure nobody's perfect.
No,
We're not doing every day like eating everything right or like
yeah,
reading books every day or meditating or journaling or doing
no,
your breathing. You're not for sure doing it every day and it's
no.
okay. But like you're doing it way more than you did before, right? And
Exactly.
give yourself credit for that and to keep
That's
going and going.
that's one thing I look at. I look at myself as a person to 4 years ago, and I'm
Yeah.
productive now.
Yes,
I'm,
yes.
I'm more productive, and it's
I mean, and look where you are. You're top
yeah,
100 in the world.
yeah,
Like, come on. Like,
yeah. It's mad, isn't it?
it's crazy. Like, I'm so proud of you. I don't even know you that well, but like,
Yeah,
just, I don't know. And you inspire somebody else. Like, you inspire somebody like me that, like,
yeah,
I am, like, I really want to do this. I think I can do it.
yeah,
Not like you where you were like, oh, I don't know. Like, I think I can. I have the
yeah, yeah,
level. It's gonna take time. I don't know. It might take a year or two or three. I don't
yeah.
know. You know what I mean? But
It
it's
will happen when you least kind of expect. For me, it happens when you don't expect it. But I obviously have belief in somewhat to do it.
yeah, you
But
have.
in
But
my
did
in
you?
my in my head, maybe it's a protective thing that I don't go big because what if I don't? Maybe it's that.
You're protecting yourself.
Maybe
I
I'm
don't.
protecting myself by not going. I can do it. I can be top 50. I can be top 10 or whatever. Because like to me, that's mad. But like even a career high, I was like, wow. Because I was 209 a few years ago, made third round of Wimbledon, and I surpassed that pretty quickly. And I was like, amazing. And then that goes so quickly. Then you're like, okay, now I need to get better.
Yes, and now
And
you're
now I'm
here.
at this ranking, and it's like, God, okay, now I need to win matches at Grand Slams again.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's good.
But it's good. I mean, it's great. But how long do you see yourself doing this? Do you
And
have a time limit that you put, or you just see take
no,
1 week at a time?
no, I'm gonna as I always kind of renew my own contract. Like so, the end of last year, as I say, I was in Asia. I was like quite like tired at the end of this year, and I said like I'll give it one more year. I'll give it one more year. And then it was like, I'll play up until Wimbledon. We'll see. But I've said that for the last 3 years, so we'll see. I don't know. I think the moment I stop playing tennis, whatever ranking that is if I play for 6 months and I have that feeling like I did at the end of last year all the time. Like when you turn up and you don't care, but you kind of numb.
Yeah.
And I don't have that. Or if I lose and I don't care. I don't care, but like I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
So if I still come off court and I feel something when I win and something when I lose, then
we're good.
Then I'm in a good place.
Yeah.
But yeah, with my singles career towards the end, like it was kind of like my last match was so bad, and I was like, I've got to stop there. It's just
Yeah. I mean, it's good that you know with yourself, right?
Yeah.
And you're honest with yourself at the end of the day. And not,
if I'm not improving and I'm not enjoying it,
yes,
then it's time to stop, because I do have a family and I do have, responsibilities. So if it's at a point where I'm declining and I'm not enjoying it, and you're not looking to make money or play the big tournaments, and it's time to do something else. But I hope that doesn't happen very soon.
I hope so too. I hope we meet at the Grand Slam in the next.
That will be good.
I don't know. It will.
Don't give yourself a time. Just, I think what's been amazing for me is that I've not, even at the start, it was my first year. I want to be top 500, and I was 280.
Okay.
And then after that, I didn't set any ranking goals. Just play and improve.
Yeah.
And it comes down to each day. And as you say, sometimes you don't get it all right, but normally you do.
Yeah.
And that's when the magics happen. Before, like when I first went to the federation, I was 14 in the world as a junior, and the goal is to be 200 at first year junior, and I was 500, and I thought I was a failure.
Mm-hmm.
When actually I was doing okay.
Yeah.
And that kind of not derailed me, but it makes you think that's it. There's no chance. When actually 500 in your first year on the tour is pretty good. So ever since then, it's just numbers then, isn't it?
I guess it is.
It's just numbers, but I don't like setting I think having a goal is good. I love being top 100. So if I'm still top 100 next year and in the slams, happy.
Yeah.
But other than that, that will happen if I keep improving. And
I like that. I was talking to somebody else in the other episode about that. I was setting too many like the goals for ranking oriented goals, whatever.
Yeah, it's good to have, but it's actually, if you want to be 500, then how many points is that?
Mm-hmm.
What's my best chance of getting those points? Rather than, for me, it was just I want to be top 100 singles. I mean, I didn't know how many points that was.
Yeah.
It was just and now I'm not top 100, so it sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know. So you either go, I know to be top 100 in the world, I need doubles, I need 900 points, which is, there's so many different ways you can do that. Accumulating over challenges mostly and ATPs.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty detailed with what ranking, how many points you need for what ranking now.
Okay.
Whereas before I was setting these goals, but not really very detailed about how I was going to get there, and B, how many points I need.
Yeah, do you need? Yeah, I actually just looked at the WTA too, what it is actually.
Yeah.
What it is to be top 500 or 200, and what it, like you said, I never looked at it before. I literally never looked at it.
It's different on men's and women's, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a different system. I think don't you need to win 3 matches to have a ranking in the first place?
Yes, it is. Yeah, because
and then you have 35s. We don't have 35s.
Yeah, it's.
And
different.
I think 60Ks are quite valuable for women. Sometimes more than WTAs in some sense, if you win them.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I know a lot of I think I know a lot of girls that have like won 60Ks and jumped
Really?
up a lot. Yeah, but again, don't quote me on that.
Interesting. Haven't heard of that. Um, well, anyways, I'm learning as well. It's just a
So am
learning
I.
process. We're still learning so much. Give me like one book recommendation for the end. I have like so many other questions that I didn't even ask, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. I'll ask.
Atomic Habits.
I read that one. Give me another one.
Okay. The Wim Hof method.
Okay, I haven't.
Yeah. So you don't know. So if you search Wim Hof, his story's interesting. He went through a lot of trauma when he was younger, and this is the breathing stuff I do in the morning. But he goes into a lot more detail about what happens to your body when and like the cold showers and stuff like that.
Okay.
So and for me, it's really helped. So
You never know.
you never know. Worth a try. If not, you're just gonna get cold.
I hate cold. Oh,
Yes, so do I.
so much.
You get used to it.
But like it feels so good after.
Yeah,
Like,
so good.
oh, like after the cold plunge or a cold shower.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. After 3 or 4 days of cold shower, you don't feel that anymore when you get in.
Okay.
It's not comfortable, but you don't feel the
like. Do it for? Like how long?
I do 2 minutes.
2 minutes. You just stand there like in the cold.
Yeah, stand there, move around. Yeah. I put music on and have my timer.
Okay.
And have my timer like in the mirror.
Okay.
So I'll put a song on and yeah, there we go. And then I only do it once in the morning. Like after that, like whenever I think, it's tough, like it's the only time I'm going to do it today.
Good.
And I think about the warm shower later.
Yeah, but you don't like do the warm after. You just do.
I did at the start.
Okay.
And then like now it's like I have cold, and then again after like when you're in the towel, it's such a nice feeling.
Yeah, and then when you do cold plunges, how long do you do them for?
I did 10 minutes in the ice bath yesterday.
10 minutes.
10 minutes, but no, up into the chest, like get my heart in there. But yeah, I could do. I mean, I go in the UK if there's a river to swim in, I'll go and swim in it, and it's 4 or 5 degrees.
Cool.
Because it's a bit mental, but no, the cold plunges is easier than the cold shower, I find.
Huh.
Because you got consistently cold water coming on you, whereas the cold plunge you kind of in, and after a minute you get used to it, I find.
I don't know. For me, it's the opposite.
Really?
Yeah, because you're like in the cold plunge and like you're not moving, and you're like, here at least like I can move around. I don't know.
You can move, but it's just consistently just getting ice on you, isn't it?
I just don't like it either way. So, well, anyways, we can talk about this next time.
Exactly.
Good luck. Enjoy. Have fun. I'll follow you. And again, thank you so much for taking your time. And
no worries at all.
Yeah.
Good luck to you as well.
Thank you so much.
We'll keep in touch.
We will. Okay, have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Today's video is sponsored by Lucky in Love. Gone are the days of ladies' golf and tennis apparel that all look the same. Lucky in Love is ushering in a new age. The high-end women's apparel brings options fit for the modern, expressive woman. Partake in the ultimate luxury and shop Lucky in Love for your new favorite fashion items for women and use code EB20 to get 20% off your next purchase.